Hi there, my name's Ashton Bolt. I am applying for a position, hopefully, aboard your cruise line as an entertainment host. I'm really excited. I'm so happy for the opportunity, and I can't wait to tell you more about myself. And I hope I will be considered. All right, let's get started. So, what would the life be like of a assistant cruise director aboard one of your ships? So, I believe it'd be mostly split up between running small tasks and hosting various events. So, for example, you might be running trivias or bingo, maybe various sports and games aboard the ship, mainly aimed at adults. And then maybe more towards the evening activities, you'd be hosting things like parties and get-togethers, karaoke nights, trivia nights, pub quiz nights, all that sort of thing. And of course, in between, you'd probably be walking around the ship, chatting to customers, building rapport with those customers, all that sort of thing. In terms of the four things that I think best describe being a great entertainer, took me some time, but I came up with some ideas. So the first one is creativity, which I think is very important when working on a cruise ship. When you're on a cruise for a long period of time, you might start repeating some activities, and you need creativity to sort of give some variety and shake up the usual ideas to keep the audience interested in wanting to come back for more. So, for example, say you are hosting karaoke and you're doing it 4 times in one cruise. You want to come with a different approach each time to keep it interesting. You maybe would put a theme on it. You would just introduce it differently. Maybe some would be competition and some wouldn't be. Those are just some very basic examples, but that is definitely creativity and that is important. I believe I definitely possess that. I've done lots of writing, acting all through my life, and that's all very exciting. The second word I came up with was confidence, specifically self-confidence. I say that because when you're hosting or running an event, if you're not confident in yourself and the event, then you're not going to go very far in terms of the audience feeling comfortable and trusting you with that event. And also when you're on a ship, sometimes, well, any event really, you can have people heckle you or not like your ideas. And you need the self-confidence to pull yourself back up from a bad situation, to be able to move forward, try something different, or just keep pushing through. But if you're not confident, then, like I said, the audience loses confidence in you and you just wouldn't work very well on a cruise ship. And I personally consider myself to be a very confident person, not trying to toot my own horn, but I do think I'm a very confident person. Third word I have is understanding, or maybe empathy is a better word. I think that is very important, just in terms of knowing that not everyone is at the same level, not everyone's perfect, not everyone's the same level of confidence, not everyone has variety, not everyone wants to do certain things or can't do certain things. And I think it's really important to have that understanding and empathy to understand your customer, to tend to their needs as requested, and to build that rapport again with your customer from it. Because obviously being an entertainment host, being face-to-face with the customers, having a good relationship between you is really important. And I do think that being empathetic is a huge step towards building that relationship. And I think I'm a really understanding person. I've got a lot of friends, people have been through some hard stuff. I have. And, through that and my own experiences, I've learned to be an empathizer, I guess if that's the right word. And the final word I have here is self-awareness. And it might not be one that you would assume off the top of your head, but I do think it would be important, just in terms of the fact that people come from all different walks of life, different religions, races, different personalities in general. And I think it's really important to keep all that in mind and be mindful of what you say and how you act, especially around guests, but also around your co-workers, just because you could offend somebody, hurt somebody's feelings, you could come across a certain way, and that could reflect badly on yourself, your team, and even the entire cruise line. And I think through trial and error, I am a very self-aware person. I'm really careful of what I say because small things can make big differences, and especially since I have worked like in America, I'm working now in Canada, so I've got some experience working in different areas, and I think that has made me self-aware, especially when it comes to other cultures and races. So going on to the time I laughed so hard it hurt. So I find when you're laughing so hard it hurt, usually it's not even so much about the joke as it is about, being there. It can be something really small, something that's not actually that funny. For me, it's more an observational thing than an actual joke itself. I know, honestly, the last time I laughed so hard it hurts, I barely even remember it. But the thing that I find is that I laugh when my friends laugh, and then we set each other off, and that's just how it builds. So I think, if I remember rightly, it was a deer that was following me around when I was walking home with my friends, and I kept on stopping and starting, and the deer would as well. And it might not seem super funny to you guys watching, but it was very funny, and they were laughing, and then I was set off, and then it just kind of ended the cycle where we both ended up crying with laughter. I think that's the best example I can come up with off the top of my head. And another question you have is, how does entertaining others make you feel, and why did you choose it to be your career path? So when it comes to entertaining others, first of all, I absolutely love it. I'm a really social person. I'm really quick on the draw. I just love making other people feel good, and I am someone who just works off other people's energy. So I already started at 90 pretty much, but if someone else is enjoying something, then I enjoy it, and then we build up, and it just becomes this absolute great time for me and them. And also, I studied in tourism. I love that feeling when you're on a trip and everything's exciting and different and new. People want to try new things. And when you're an entertainer, every day is different. You've got different audiences, which means you've got a lot of variety in what you're actually doing. And it's just something I'm personally really excited about. And it's definitely something I want to do as a career, not just a one-time contract. I want to come back again and again and again and again. And I'm not just saying that, I promise. But yeah, I definitely want it to be a permanent career path as an entertainer. And I really hope I will be considered, of course. So for my final game show intro, I want to do a fun take on Blind Date. I'm choosing that one because I think it would really suit me, because it's something that is funny and you can bring humour into it, but it is an actual really fun activity to take part in and watch as well. Basically, I will do it in a different scene outside, and I will introduce the activity. And that'll be the end of my video. So thank you again. I hope you enjoy my intro, and I can't wait to hear from you. Please choose me. All right, thank you so much. See you later. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ashton, your most illustrious host, and tonight we will be playing Blind Date, the latest cruise ship sensation. The rules are simple. 1 bachelorette, 3 bachelors. They cannot see each other. She'll ask a series of questions, and she will pick one for a fancy dinner for 2. So who do you think she'll pick, guys? Bachelorette number 1, number 2, or number 3? Well, let's introduce our first bachelorette. Her hobbies include long walks in the park, eating fried chicken, and big feet. Please welcome Mandy.